Hello friends! On today's lesson we'll improve grammar and vocabulary skills, revise words on topic crime, practice present and past passive. Watch a presentation and revise crime vocabulary by means of the definitions. Robbery. Stealing from people and banks. Theft. Stealing money and things. Burglary. Stealing from houses and flats. Mugging. Using violence to steal from somebody in a public place, a street or a park. Shoplifting. Stealing things from a shop while it's open. Smuggling. Taking things illegally from one country to another. Kidnapping. Taking a person by violence, often in order to get money for returning them. Terrorism. The use of violence such as bombing, shooting, for political purposes. Looting. Stealing from shops or homes that have been damaged in a war, natural disaster. Vandalism. Intentionally damaging public property or property belonging to other people. Arson. Starting a fire in a building in order to damage or destroy it. Murder. Killing somebody intentionally. Bribery. Trying to make somebody do something you want by giving them money or presents. Fraud. Obtaining money illegally, usually by using clever and complicated methods. Now your task is to complete the table. You can see 3 columns: stealing and robbing, kinds of thief, and act of stealing. Let us check up this exercise. Steal, stealer, stealing. Burgle, burglar, burglary. Rob, robber, robbery. Mug, mugger, mugging. Shoplift, shoplifter, shoplifting, smuggle, smuggler, smuggling. Pay your attention on grammar charts. Passive voice, present simple. We form it and use verb to be plus verb in the third column and ending ed. I am not often asked. He is asked. She is asked. It is asked. You are asked. They are asked. I am broken. He is broken. She is broken. It is broken. You are broken. They are broken. Passive voice, past simple. To be, was or were, plus verb 3 or verb plus ed. I was not often asked. He, she, or it was asked. You and they were asked. I was broken. He, she, it was broken. You and they were broken. Open your student's book on page 96. Pay your attention to the Sherlock Holmes quiz. Listen to the tape script and choose the correct letter A or B.
In this round of the Show What You Know quiz, we have Jess Walker from Manchester. Welcome to Show What You Know, Jess. What's your special subject?
Hi, my special subject is Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, Jess, your 5 questions are coming up now. Question 1. The Sherlock Holmes detective stories were written 100 years ago by who? Was it A. Arthur Conan Doyle or B. Agatha Christie?
That's A. Arthur Conan Doyle.
Correct! Still with the easy questions. Number 2. Holmes had a famous assistant. What was he called? A. Doctor Who or B. Dr. Watson?
The answer is B. Dr. Watson. His first name was John.
Good! Next, were the stories first published A. in a book or B. in a magazine?
They were published in a book first. It was a novel called Study in Scarlet.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. The stories did become a novel, but they were published in a magazine first. Question 4. Sherlock's flat is located at number 221B of a famous London street. Is it A. Sherlock Street or B. Baker Street?
It's Baker Street.
Correct, of course. Now for the last and most difficult question. 5. Which famous Sherlock Holmes quote is never really used by Sherlock Holmes? A. Elementary, my dear Watson, or B. My mind is like a racing engine?
Oh, I know this. It's A. Holmes never says elementary, my dear Watson.
Correct! Holmes says elementary, and he uses the phrase my dear Watson, but he never says these things together. So well done, Jess! At the end of this round, you have 4 points.
Let us check up this task. So, number 1. The Sherlock Holmes detective stories were written 100 years ago by A. Arthur Conan Doyle. 2. Holmes had a famous assistant. What was he called? B. Dr. Watson. 3. The stories were first published B. In a magazine. 4. Sherlock's flat is located at number 221B of a famous London street called B. Baker Street. 5. Which famous Sherlock Holmes quote is never really used by Sherlock Holmes? A. Elementary, my dear Watson. Let us do exercise 3. Study the grammar box. Find more examples of present simple passive and past simple passive in the quiz. Present simple passive. Those words are not used. Past simple passive. The detective stories were written by a British author. There are some examples of using present simple and past simple passive in the quiz, such as is located, is never really used, were written, were first published. Pay your attention to exercise 5. Complete the sentences with the past participle form of the verb in brackets. For example, CCTV cameras are used to find clues about many crimes. Let us check up this exercise. CCTV cameras are used to find clues about many crimes. The thief was caught because she talked about her crime on social media. Yesterday evening, 2 car thieves were chased by police in fast cars. Sometimes the CCTV films are watched by special detectives. Last night, the witnesses were asked questions by police officers. This camera is hidden so that the shoplifters don't know about it. Do a quiz to practice passive voice. The house was destroyed by the fire. The school organizes summer trips. Mozart composed the Magic Flute. The Magic Flute was composed by Mozart. Summer trips are organized by our school every year. George Lucas directed Star Wars. Star Wars were directed by George Lucas. William Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. Hamlet was written by Shakespeare. The fire destroyed the house. The house was built by my father. This book was interesting. Our lesson came to the end. I hope it was interesting and useful for you. Today we did a lot of tasks. Thanks for your work and attention.